Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Feliz martes y buenos dias. Hopefully you're all well, and hopefully you're going to have a good rest of the day. No matter where you're at, keep it positive, keep it moving, and keep it pushing. Now, this video is kind of different, something more of a positive note, but something hopefully to kind of open minds out there, you know what I mean? If you're not aware about certain things in the sense of the world and how is going in a certain way, in a certain direction, especially how now all the politics, the powers that be, raising the prices like crazy, not really giving a helping hand to those that really need helping hand, and having some sort of solutions to kind of help out around areas or people, and not judging people whether by their color, their upbringing, or where they're from, or whatever their background is, or whatever the views and opinions are, especially if they're not going against with yours, you know. So feel free to check out this video and we'll get to it. Check it out.
They took the trees, our fruit trees, and then sold us back the fruit. They took the water next, the rivers, the rain, the springs that fed civilizations for thousands of years. They took the water, bottled it, and sold it back to us. They took the land that existed long before any human being drew lines around it, and told you that if you wanted to stand on it, you better have a payment plan. Am I the only one this drives crazy? Everything you need to survive, water, food, shelter, was already here. Nobody created it, but somehow you were born owing for it. And why does a free life sound like such a crazy idea? Why does simply existing without debt, without bills, without permission, why does that sound like a fantasy? Who the hell convinced us that this is how it's supposed to be?
It's not that who convinced us, it's that this was brought upon us, right? What do you think about that? I mean, from the old world meeting the new world, right? When the Aztec Mayans, all that civilization, I mean, they lived with the nature. You know, everything was respected. The plants, the grass, I mean, their God was everything. There was a God of water, the God of the grass, the God of the sky, the God of the stars, this and that, you know what I mean? It was nothing about no Christianity or nothing. That was brought upon this world when it became the new world. So that being said, who knows how it would have gone if they would have got along a certain way or respected those sort of people. Our people are my sort of ancestors back in the day, right? Because I mean, that's part of our culture, our history right there. And if they would have kept it up as far as respecting the land, if they would have grown the population, maybe it could have probably been different, right? They could have been, they would have probably been more respected of certain things and keep it as being people will respect that, given the fact that their God was almost like everything, right? In a sense of respecting everything. So it was really brought upon us. So obviously, when we're born, you know, I mean, everything. Luckily, we have parents that they have good jobs or they're able to maintain, or you have two folks to kind of take care of you, right? Show you the way and how it is. And as you get older, work, save money, do the best you can, maybe invest, do this or that, right? Everything's got to be paid for. Something about free water. You could probably get free water if you go to a certain park and it has certain waters. But you know what I mean? Sometimes those waters is like even nasty too. They don't even hardly clean the parks like the way I feel like they're supposed to. Many times I go there taking my sons to playgrounds and not one time do I ever see anybody or have ever seen it clean thoroughly. You know what I mean? To be nice and clean for the kids to play around and hopefully be germless and all this sort of not spread diseases, knowing the fact that a lot of kids and even their parents that they play with them, right, will get affected somehow in some way with something. Also now, if many of you are not aware, a lot of the fruits, right, that they're trying to take the seeds out of the certain fruits that you could grow if you wanted to grow in your own backyard, trying to make it seedless so they can be more in control of that sort of a food group, you know what I mean? And take advantage of the people who obviously can't afford it and just, you know what I mean, take control of almost everything. I always thought and believed, man, they should have like a certain section, even at the parks maybe. Have a security guard right there at a certain section or something, you know what I mean? To kind of have trees that grow apples, trees that grow bananas, anything that could be of a help. And any person who's unfortunately homeless, any person who's unfortunately down on their luck, could just go to the certain area, pick out a fruit, pick out this or that. You know, it's at least giving them hope that, hey, you know what I mean, being fed is something good, something nutritious. I always thought that, like, how come there can be a certain place like that? Like, would that be a big thing? You know what I mean? That people will dislike that. Just trying to help out the homeless in general. You know what I mean? Have some sort of public what do you call it, porta potty in a way that's only meant for them, so they won't have to be doing it on the streets, doing it on the restrooms where kids go, and God knows what could happen in there, right? So I want you to get your opinion, your thoughts and views about this. It's like, what do you think about it? Is there a certain way that you think that the powers that be can help, or that sort of idea that I just explained? Could it be a good idea? Bless all the innocent kids, you know what I mean? That don't yet fully understand how this world is, or how it came about a certain way, especially how they're trying to take a lot of things out of school, trying to rewrite history, a lot of things, and tell lies basically. Like my son, he's still a young boy, man. I can't explain him all this sort of thing and get all this stuff in his head right now. Let him enjoy his youth, let him enjoy his time. But once he starts growing to a certain age, he starts understanding, talking to me in a certain manner, I'll tell him certain things. I'll show him certain things. You know what I mean? Unless you don't get to that sort of point where they're now restricting us, limiting us to their internet and some sort of information. Especially people like me talking like this, to try to help and bring a solution, bring unity, rather than bring division, hatred, and let the powers that be still take control, be control, and for people not giving a, you know what. But I'd like to hear your opinions, man. What do you think about this? You think there could be probably be a solution through all this? You think we'll probably see some good times in the near future? I'd like to hear your opinion, man. Much love. Be safe out there. To the next one.